Yeah, we back. Fucking A. What up, guys? I'm back. Fuck that. We here. We are here. Let me just tweet this shit. What's up, guys? I'm gonna start doing this more often. So it's pretty shitty out today. It's snowing out. There's a fucking snowstorm out right now. First of all, what's up, guys? Sorry for the mishap earlier. YouTube isn't necessarily user friendly, just in terms of trying to get the live stream stuff going, because you need to download like encoders and stuff. But I'm gonna start really taking the time to set all that stuff up. But for now, I wanted to just mess around with the live stream stuff here on YouTube. Excuse me. So right now I'm just live streaming from my phone, but moving forward, I'm gonna start doing this a lot more on my YouTube. For those of you guys who follow me, I'm sure you're noticing that I'm starting to do more stuff on YouTube. Obviously I have the podcast and I have like my social media, but really one of my goals this year is to really just start doing more stuff on YouTube with you guys. So, whether that's me at home working just like today, or in the studio with different people and being out and doing what I'm doing, I want to give you guys a sneak peek of all that. So I'm going to start doing this live stream shit here on YouTube a lot more. So make sure you guys subscribe and shit. I know this first video is like kind of janky and shit. I did it like 2-3 times and I had to delete those videos because like you guys couldn't hear anything. But we're back up and running, and we're going to get this shit popping, I promise you. Happy New Year to you guys. Happy 2018. Man, I can see all the stream shit, all the comments over here, so I don't even really need to use my computer. But Happy New Year to you guys, man. It's been a great year. Obviously, I don't want to just be on this stream making beats and then you guys just sitting there watching me. I want to interact with you guys. What's up, Mark? Shout out to my man Marcus Spina. You hear what up, man? Mark was Mark's the homie from LA. He hung out when I was out there and taking pictures and video and stuff. So shout out to my man Mark out there, my fellow Filipino. Where you guys from, man? I see a lot of familiar names here. What up, Masker? What up, Christopher? What up, Deeds? Where you guys checking in from, man? I got a little bit of a cold. It's fucking cold as shit out, yo. Out here in New York City. Alright, Germany's in here, North Carolina. What's up, you coming to Pass the Aux? How many of you guys coming to my Pass the Aux event? You guys gotta come through, man. South Jersey, DMV. That's what's up. Atlanta, UK. Yup. I see you. That's what's up. Cool. Well, like I said, man, listen, get used to this, because I'm going to be doing this shit a lot more this live stream shit on my YouTube channel. I don't really think I'm gonna be doing much like live stream stuff on my Instagram. I probably will for like the BLAP-KITS episodes, but outside of that, you know, I'm gonna just stick to the raw like YouTube video shit. And I like the fact that like this, you know, this video will be uploaded automatically on my YouTube channel. So listen guys, I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you guys are fucking with the kits and all that good shit. The podcast. So today, you know, as you guys know, Friday we released a new podcast episode, but unfortunately we're snowed in today, so we're not able to record a new episode for you guys. So I got something special I'm gonna put together for tomorrow on the podcast, but we're gonna resume the podcast next week. But I'm still gonna drop something tomorrow for you guys to listen to over the weekend to stay inspired. But we got some cool special guests, man. I'll just tell you right now, we got Static Selecta coming into the studio next week. So we're dropping the Static Selecta episode next week on the podcast. So if you guys aren't subscribed, just go to your podcast app, or just, type in BLAP Chat, and you'll find it. We're on SoundCloud and we're on iTunes. So, there's a lot of shit going on, guys. A lot of shit. A lot of cool stuff happening in 2018. A lot of big announcements. Some really cool shit, man. So, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start fucking around on this live stream YouTube shit. So, you guys know I like to be connected with you guys too. So, if you guys want to interact, ask me questions and stuff, that's also why I'm here, to, answer questions and all that shit. So if you want to ask away, blurt it out. When will you start Feedback Friday? Feedback Friday was, I'm really wrapping my head around like rehashing Feedback Friday. The thing with me is like it's a lot going on, because, and let me just be honest with you guys, like, I work Monday through Friday. My schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I get up really early in the morning. I'm sure at this point you guys know, like, kind of my schedule. I talk about my schedule a lot. Thursday has become the day that I dedicate a lot of my content to. So Thursday is the day that I schedule sessions. Thursday is the day that I record for BLAP-KITS for my YouTube. Today's Thursday, obviously, so I'm here with you guys. Thursday is also the day that I record my podcast, which I do every week. And that entire process, recording the podcast, is a good 2, 3, 4 hours sometimes, with editing and getting to the studio and chopping it up and then figuring out what we're going to talk about and all that stuff. So Thursday is like an all-day commitment. When I was doing Feedback Friday, it ended up being an all-day commitment. With all you guys' submissions, I remember there were a few times I started at noon and rocked out until 5 p.m. So sometimes it was 6 hours. I don't know if some of you guys here remember my live streams on Fridays. Some of them are long, so there goes my entire day right there. So, it's a lot for me to dedicate 2 full days, Thursday and Friday, to doing all this other stuff, and neglect for me being a producer, you know what I mean, and me producing music. Especially now, for me the stakes are so much higher, and I'm, first and foremost a music producer. I gotta make music, I gotta be in the studio, I gotta do sessions, I gotta link up with people, I gotta be out and about, I gotta do a bunch of stuff. My life isn't only just revolved around like, giving to you guys. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to optimize my time and figure out ways that I could be a music producer, but then give you guys content at the same time, almost like 2 birds with 1 stone type shit. So the Feedback Friday thing, I'm still really just trying to figure out a way to incorporate that into everything that I'm doing in a way that makes sense. And don't get me wrong, all my Platinum Club members and all the people that submit music to me and Atlas are still listening to everything. So we may not be giving you guys feedback on video, but we're listening to everything. And you know, I'm always trying to listen to the beats you guys send me, and if there's anything I like, I always try to reach out. And trust me, if I like something, I'm reaching out. You know what I mean? Like, and we're gonna collaborate. But you know, the Feedback Friday was really just a huge commitment, and it was taking up a lot of my time. So, you know, I promise you guys, definitely gonna, you know, try to figure out how we could incorporate that again and see what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. But you know, I'm not expecting anything back, guys. Like, I do this shit because I love it. Like, I wouldn't do a podcast if I didn't love it. I wouldn't do, you know, feedback and critiques and all that stuff if I didn't enjoy doing it. I genuinely love doing it. You know, I built a website off of it. It's called BeatThread. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a free website. So, like, you know, I'm not doing this stuff expecting anything in return. You know, like, I'm doing it because I not only enjoy it, but you know, it gives me kind of like hope that, you know, there's other people out there like me, and if I have a voice in this community, I want to do my best to, you know, to implement my voice and do good with it and to inspire you guys. You know what I mean? So but none of that shit would matter if I wasn't making music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wasn't a music producer out here in the trenches, you know, like, literally, you know what I mean? Like, being a music producer, like, getting these Grammy nominations and Grammy wins and platinum plaques and publishing deals and just doing this shit for a living. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't doing any of that and I didn't take the time to actually, like, be a music producer, then none of that shit would matter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of these guys out here fucking telling you what to do and preaching this and preaching that, but not really practicing any of that stuff myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of these guys out here fucking trying to give you advice, but, like, not doing anything with my life. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm not Timbaland. I'm not, you know, the biggest producer in the world, but I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? And I put the work in, and I'm a real guy. I'm a real producer out here getting this shit popping. You know what I mean? Like, and I only speak off of experience. I only speak off of what I've learned and what I continue to learn over the years. You know what I'm saying? So never mistake any of this shit for stuff that, like, I don't have experience in, because I'll never give you guys advice on something I have no personal experience with. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't know how to do that. But the more successful I become out here, trust me, guys, the more I'm going to be giving back. You know what I mean? Like, the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years sequentially have been monumental for me, groundbreaking. Every year is just more and more and more. You know what I mean? I had close to 20 major placements in 2017. I got like 10 plaques on the way. You know what I mean? Fill up these walls and shit. I signed 2 major deals last year. I'm not bragging. I'm just really getting to a point. You guys know, if you know me, you watch my videos. Like, I don't really like talking about this stuff, but sometimes I have to. You know, signed 2 major deals last year. Almost 7-figure type shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm rich. Let's put it that way. I have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't flaunt it. I'm not around. I'm not out here with the joint. You know what I mean? The big joint. I'd rather invest my money in other stuff. I mean, I like gold, but I'm not really inspired to get like a big thing here. I'd rather just like have a crib like what I have here and be thankful for that. But I don't do any of this shit because I need to. I don't do it to try to flip it and monetize. I'm not out here charging you guys like a premium for anything. I care about giving, and working hard and being a music producer. And when I do charge for stuff, it's really so that that money allows for me to reinvest back into continuing to do it, right? So like if I do a Pass the Aux event in Buffalo, and and I did it for free, then that's with a flight and a hotel and travel time and potential return on loss of return on investment on the amount of time I dedicate to flying up to Boston, spending 4 or 5 hours with you guys, um, you know, putting in all my energy into giving to you guys, whether it's 5, 10, 15, or 20 people in that room during Pass the Aux, flying back home and then regrouping and then doing what's next. Like that's a huge time and energy commitment from me that wouldn't make any sense for me to do that for free. So in getting an investment from you guys, it allows for me to invest back into it and justify that it is okay for me to do that, and not, and it wouldn't allow for me to feel like I'm just giving and depleting. I'm depleting. You know what I mean? Like I would never. I can't give to you guys if I feel depleted, right? So really that's the thing. And also too, listen, if I did a Pass the Aux event and I invited producers to come through in Newark, New Jersey, right? I'm from Newark, right? If I say, hey, Newark, New Jersey, come through, Pass the Aux, register here, it's free. You know how many fucking, you know how many, or what the odds are of some crazy ass motherfuckers pulling up to that shit, and the fucking madness it would become, right? So with the price point that I have with Pass the Aux, it tells me that you're serious about your craft, right? And it's not for everybody. It's not for, if you can't afford it, then that sucks. I want as much, trust me guys, as much as I would love to just do it and do it for free or do it for whatever other reason, like that would be amazing and I would have a blast and all of us would have a blast, right? But that's just not the way life works, right? And so with the price point, it allows for me to know that you're serious about your craft when you come to my event. So I'm not attracting any weirdos. I'm not attracting any crazy people. I'm not attracting people that just want to pull up and do some wild shit. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So anyway, long story short, what I'm trying to say is like, and I know I'm kind of going on a tangent with this stuff, and I talked about this earlier on my Twitter, but I'm a music producer first and foremost, and all these things that I'm doing are, things that I enjoy doing and also things that I'm incorporating into what I'm already doing into my life, right? So when I release a new BLAP-KITS video for you on YouTube, it's really just my man Josh following me with a camera. Excuse me, I have a little bit of cold. Josh following me with a camera and filming what I'm already doing. So I'm not going really out of my way to like film content. It's really just filming what I'm already about to do. So that's why you see, the Beat Thread event that we threw. You see me at the podcast. You see me kind of at the crib, hanging out, talking to different people. And my BLAP-KITS videos moving forward are going to be a lot more like centered around like more stuff that I'm doing. So instead of it being like me speaking to you like the way I am now, it'll be that, but it'll be more like me in the studio with different people, me pulling up on someone. Like, I'm scheduling like driving down to Staten Island and linking up with Redman, who's a good friend of mine, and I've known Reggie for more than 10 years. You know what I mean? We're both from Jersey. We both rep Newark. So like, there's a million stories with Redman, and he fucks with my YouTube shit, so I'm gonna pull up on him and we're just gonna make a whole episode out of it. So like stuff like that, like we're really gonna turn up we're really gonna turn up on just like the entertainment value of the content, but also just like cool stuff that I feel like you guys would want to see, and really, oh, it's always gonna be, always gonna be like helpful and like educational, and it's always gonna be like informative to a certain extent. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing with kind of all these initiatives that I have moving forward. You know, the podcast, Blap Chat, my YouTube channel, which you guys are on, Blap Cam, you know, Beat Thread, the Beat Critique website that I'm building, that I helped build, Past the Aux live sessions, where I'm going city to city and getting together with like 10 to 20 upcoming music producers in that city, spending 4 hours in the studio playing their music, feedback, all that shit, and all the other stuff too. You know what I mean? And this is all in addition to just like me being a music producer. So none of that would mean shit if I wasn't producing music, like I said. So, yeah, shout out to all you guys in the building. Do I smoke marijuana? Actually, no, I don't smoke. I don't really drink. I don't do any of that shit. I never really did. I smoked weed when I was in like high school, but I stopped, and I haven't really started since. So like I don't, and I'm no knock to anyone who does. Like, do you? You know what I mean? But I don't smoke weed. I don't really drink. I drink champagne every once in a while, but that's really it. What's my work schedule like? I wake up. So basically, my schedule. If you guys listen to my podcast, you'll know my schedule. Let me just make sure my phone is plugged in. Hold on. Okay. So my work schedule is basically Monday through Friday. I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, sometimes 5:30. I wake up at 6 a.m. First thing I do is get up and make coffee, check some emails, check some social media stuff that I may have missed during the day or during the night, while I drink coffee. Hang out, take my dog for a walk, hang out with my fiance. I work from home, so I'm not really under any pressure, really. So I like to take my time in the morning, and that's a big reason why I wake up so early. So 6 a.m. I'm up. I'm kind of easing into the day. Around 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'll think about breakfast. So I'll maybe cook some eggs, a couple eggs scrambled, with some like purple cabbage, maybe some pesto on there. Nothing crazy. And then from there, I'll just start getting to work, So I'll like wash up, put some clothes on. I'll listen to, what I did the previous day, play some recent stuff. I'll start getting really creative. So I'm already in the studio. And then I'll just start creating, start whatever it is for that day. You know what I mean? Whether it's a beat, whether it's music ideas, sample loops, maybe I'm mixing a song that I'm in the middle of. Excuse me. A lot of times I'll just start fresh and just do something from scratch to kind of like, fucking get the momentum going. I'll just like create some new shit and just fuck around. So, that's what I'll do. Happy birthday, by the way, DJ Beto. Happy birthday, man. So I'll do that, and then noon hits around 12, 1 o'clock. Right now it's 1. I'll start thinking about getting lunch. So I'll go get lunch. Shout out to Emmy Jagoy. We got some shit to do, man. My boy Emmy got fire. You're going to blow up, man. Quote me on that. My man Emmy. Just keep feeding me, man. Trust me. We got some shit in the works. I don't want to put the business out there, but we're working on some shit. Anyway, so 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock hits. I go think about lunch. A lot of times I'll try to cook. Sometimes I'll just step out I'll walk to like, there's a couple of spots around the crib that, you know, cafes and stuff that I can kind of go to get lunch. Sometimes I'll just go to Seamless and order delivery. And then I'll eat lunch, and then lunch will be finished, and it'll be like 2 o'clock, 2:30, and then I'll get right back into it, start working, all the way up until 7 p.m. ish, 6:30, 7, and then once I just chill for the rest of the night. That's it. Um, I'll go to bed by 10:30. 10:30 is an ideal time for me to be in bed. And that's Monday through Friday, 10:30 p.m. ish. Sometimes 11, sometimes 10. Sometimes I'll go to bed at 10. The earlier I go to bed, the earlier I wake up. So like if I go to bed at 10, I'm probably gonna wake up at like 5 a.m. So I'm definitely like, my brain is definitely wired, um, like to be like an early bird. I'm definitely like an early riser. Um, I don't really fuck with the late night shit. I'm not really into it. I like getting enough sleep. I like waking up super early and being ahead of everyone, and just doing that. And then weekends, I'm off. You know what I'm saying? Like Saturday, Sunday, I ain't doing. I'm not doing anything music related. Sometimes I will. Uh, you know, if there's like a weekend session with like an artist that I couldn't avoid or something like that. You know, or I need to be somewhere on the weekend. Obviously, I'll work. But weekends, I'm not doing anything really. Well, I'm doing a lot, but I'm not working. You know what I mean? Um, I'm out spending time with my girl. Um, you know, I don't do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, just kind of, you know, turn my brain off and clock out for a little bit. So the weekend is great for me because then I get to refresh, I get to regroup, and not like deplete myself and not tire myself out. And then once Monday comes, man, Monday morning is like my favorite time. Honestly, like my favorite day of the week is fucking Monday morning. Um, Cause then I'll wake up. I'm ready, man. I'm just ready to fucking take over. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the gist of my my everyday, every week schedule, give or take, depending on if I'm like traveling or whatever. So if you guys have any more questions, shoot. That's why I'm here. We'll do this little first live stream. We'll do a little bit of Q&A, and then I'm gonna start fucking around, make some beats, but or some sample loops maybe. But I want to talk to you guys first. And again, I'm gonna do this a lot more often. Keep asking those questions. What's from England? What? How do you graduate to making more complex beats? I think you know the answer to that, man. You just got to keep doing it. Just keep making beats. Like, the more beats you make, the better you're gonna get. You know, everyone's got their own different timeline. Like, um, I can't tell you like what your timeline is. You just need to put the work in, and then grow and monitor your progress. But if you're not making music, then you can't grow. You can't grow if you're not making music. So just make music. It's that simple. What's the most important thing about mixing drums? Sorry, I have a cold and shit. So my voice is all nasally. Um, Balance. Just balance, man. Like, trust your ears and balance. And again, I know that sounds cliche as fuck, but there's no there's no magic potion. There's no like special like technique. Go to YouTube and Google this shit. Go, you know, like tutorial videos. Um, Try stuff. Trust your ears. You know, my biggest rule of thumb is just trying stuff. You gotta try stuff, man. If you're not trying stuff, then you'll never find the right way to do it. You ever make beats on your phone? Yeah, a few times. I hated it. I don't like making beats on my phone. That shit is whack. I need to feel the keyboard. Like, look at this. Like, look at all this shit I have. I got this. I got this thing. You know what I'm saying? I got keyboard. I got another keyboard here. I got this Artiphone here, which is a MIDI guitar, so I can play guitar, but like trigger MIDI. Shit's lit. I need to play with stuff. Pause. I can't do this shit on the phone. Phone is whack. It's about that time of the year you gonna have a GOT kit, Game of Thrones kit. You know what I mean? Maybe I will do a Game of Thrones kit. Thinking about it. You're gonna see a lot of cool kits this year for me, man. I'm really gonna turn up on like the kits and like the types of kits and like all that good shit. We're just gonna keep elevating. Uh, what's the best tools to make the 808 bass sit on a different frequency? EQs, man. Come on, you know the answer to that. EQs, fucking isotope. Use isotope. I like isotope, but there's a million other EQs out there, man. It's all the same shit. You just need to try stuff. EQs, zoom in, fucking bell curves, all that stuff, man. How'd the interview go with Taz Taylor? You tell me. Did you listen to it? Go listen to it and tell me what you think. Shout to Taz, man. I'm making my own drum kit now, working with the Zoom H6. Cool. That's awesome. What's the business games on producers charging to do collabs? Can you re-ask that? I didn't get that. Have you ever ran into moments where those around you are just trap beats, blah, 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 blah? Maybe you're talking about like being around people that just make trap beats. Man, just if you're not, listen, it just I would say like the key is just to be around people that inspire you. I say that all the time on my YouTube, on my podcast. Like, just surround yourself by people that inspire you. That's it. And if you're around people that don't inspire you, then just make that conscious decision to be out. You know what I mean? Like, find some other people to hang out with. I know that sounds like cold or cliche a little bit, but that's it, man. Like, just got to be around people that empower you and people that inspire you. You know, just got to get out there and meet those people and start being around them. What do you call a professional beat? Man, I hate that term. There's no such, fuck that, professional beat. Like, what is that? Makes no sense. Heard that you're working on a project with A-Rab right now. Yeah, so me and A-Rab Music teased some songs and some music we actually had already released. But yeah, A-Rab's the homie, man. We're always going to be working on some crazy shit. Details on Huncho Jack placement. Yeah, so I produced Saint and Huncho Jack off of the Huncho Jack album with Travis Scott and Quavo. That was just collaborations with me and Murder Beats. You know, so Murder Beats is my homie. He he's a beast. And me and Murda collaborate on music pretty often. And that's just a couple placements that we got together. So that was it. Did you ever work with Q Beats? Yeah, Q Beats are the homies too. I was one of the first producers that got placements with them. We did a song with G-Eazy called Oh Well. You can look it up. It's called Oh Well, G-Eazy. I think it was like 2014, maybe 2015, I think. And Q Beats used to send me samples, and so we collaborated and shit. And we got the Oh Well placement with G-Eazy in 2015, and then from there they just blew up. They started working with Metro and Southside and all these guys, and now they blew up. So shout out to Q Beats, man. Really, really talented kids, man. Am I looking to do more with J. Cole? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the future holds. More work with Joel Ortiz. Yeah, man. I see Joel is one of my best friends, man. Like, we're definitely going to be working on more music together. We've been working on new music together. It's just a matter of, like, in what form and when you guys will hear it. And so who knows? You know what I mean? OZ's the homie too, man. Shout out to OZ. He's a beast. Where is he? Where's he from? Where's OZ's from? What, Germany? Where's OZ from? He's a beast. What is the key of staying relevant? Man, I hate that word relevant, man. I fucking hate that word with a passion. Relevant is an irrelevant word. That's a, what is that? That makes no sense. Fuck relevancy. You're as relevant as you want to be. Put it that way. Just keep doing what you love. If you do what you love, then you'll always be relevant to the people that you attract. And that's really it. That's really all that fucking matters, guys. Just like doing what you love and representing that, and then being relevant to the people that you attract. That's it. That's all that fucking matters. Doesn't matter how many people, doesn't matter to who. Just do what you love, man. Do what you love. Put that good energy out there. You'll attract the right people. You'll always be relevant. How did the Disney placement happen? Yeah, I told that story on my podcast, I believe. So all of you guys that are tuned in right now, I highly, highly, highly suggest you subscribe to my podcast on iTunes. It's called BLAP-KITS, BLAP-KITS. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel and you're on YouTube right now, like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, you're fucked up, man. Like, don't just click and tune in and, like, not subscribe to my channel. Like, fuck you if you don't subscribe. You know what I mean? Like, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Anyway, so the Disney placement happened. I'll tell you guys the story. So for those who don't know, so I produced a song called You're Welcome with Lin-Manuel and Jordan Fisher on the Mallanna soundtrack. So Mallanna is a movie that came out or not last year, but 2 years ago. So this is 2016, Thanksgiving, a movie called Mallanna from Disney. And it was a box office bestseller. I think it grossed like 300 million or something. I don't know. So I had the pleasure of working on the soundtrack for one of the singles called "You're Welcome." Was the name of the song, and so basically the way I got my Disney placement was back in 2000. I'll give you the short version. Back in 2015, I released an album with Speak of the Devil, Joel Ortiz, and we put an album out called Human. Shout to you guys who listened to it. If you didn't listen to it, fuck you again. Go download it. Go listen to it. So anyway, name of the album's called Human. I produced the whole thing. It's with Joel Ortiz. And that particular album just so happened to be one of Lin-Manuel's favorite albums. So this guy Lin-Manuel, if you guys don't know who he is the creator of Hamilton on Broadway. He started with In the Heights, which is another Broadway show, which is also amazing. And so he is behind the Hamilton phenomenon. And so Hamilton has become this huge, like, global phenom. And it's a Broadway show. And it's really amazing, by the way. And so anyway, so Lin is a huge Joel Ortiz fan. So he starts following me on Twitter. And I follow him back. And we start chatting. And we get to know each other. Fast forward to later on, 2015, later on in the year, Lin-Manuel hits me and he's like, hey, I'm working on this Hamilton mixtape and I would love for you to be involved. And it just so happened to be a project that was on Atlantic Records, who I also have a relationship with, a lot of people that are on Atlantic. So long story short, I worked on a Hamilton mixtape, ended up producing like 4 records on there. I did the Nas record, I did the Roots record, I did the Kelly Clarkson record. I have my own record on there. So I was a big part of that project. And so a couple weeks after we did that, which was like toward the end of 2015, I get a random phone call from Lin-Manuel and he's like, hey, Ill, I'm working on this thing for Disney, this song. and I'd love for you to be involved. I'd love for you to help me produce it. And obviously, I told him, you know, fuck yeah, I'm down, of course. Let's jump on the horn and dig deeper into this idea. And so I got my manager on the phone, and so I remember I was on a three-way call or four-way call. It was me, Lin Manuel Miranda, my manager John, and then an executive over at Disney Music. And they were just pitching me the idea. You know, they're like, "Hey, we got this song called You're Welcome, and it's with The Rock. The Rock is singing it, and it's for this new movie we have called Moana, and it's like this great movie about this." And so they sent me some vocals and some stuff, and I flipped it, and I did what I did. I'm a music producer, so I fucking produced it. And after a couple back and forths, we uh, we came to an agreement on the song, and so it ended up being one of the singles for the movie, and also plays during the closing credits of the movie and stuff like that. So that's how it came about. You know what I mean? And so after that, I got into some meetings with some of the Disney execs, and you know, doing more stuff with Disney. So that was kind of my way in with the whole Disney thing. So shout out to Lynn, shout out to Ken Bunt, and all the people over at Disney, the good folks at Disney, for getting the Black God in there to do some shit. And shout out to everyone that fucks with the song too, and the movie. The movie is really great. So it was an honor for me to be a part of it. What are your favorite things to keep around the studio? Why don't I give you guys like a little tour of the studio? My phone's plugged in because the battery is kind of low, but I can show you guys a little bit. So this is my desk. I have this controller here that allows for me. So it's a Midi controller, and it allows for me to access different progressions that I wouldn't normally be able to naturally access on a regular keyboard. So this is what I use to come up with a lot of my melodies and shit. Obviously, I use a regular keyboard too. Over here, I have another keyboard that I use to trigger Cthulhu for like chord progressions and shit like that. So that's that. Again, like I said earlier, this is my Artiphone. Shout out to Artiphone. This is a cool gadget that connects through USB, and it's basically a guitar, but it sends MIDI data, so I can play like any regular guitar, but then send and trigger any MIDI happening. So that's that. This is my little BB-8 USB thing. Just my man right here, he's dabbing. I already know. I got a pair of Atom AX7s. I like these. They're clear. They're good enough. They're pretty trustworthy monitors. I've been using them for years, so I'm so used to them. I just love them. So Atom AX7s. I got a pair of Yamahas up here, and notice that they're high up. When I first posted pictures of my new studio, home studio, motherfuckers were like, "Yo, why are your monitors so high? Like, is that like, like, isn't that like frowned upon? Like, why are you putting your monitor so high?" I don't really use these monitors. The only time I use them is when I want to play shit back, and then I play shit really loud and I stand up. So like, as you can see, they're at standing height. So anytime I want to play some shit back, I'll switch over to the Yamahas and I'll stand up and I'll listen to the song that way. So that's why they're so high up, right? So fuck you if you're hating. This is my Dove Award, which is basically like a Christian Grammy. It's a Dove Award that I won for a song that I did for my good friend Andy Mineo. It won Best Rap Hip Hop Record of the Year in 2016. It's a song called Uncomfortable. If you guys can see that. Shout to everyone involved with the song. There's a Gospel Music Association. I know it's like backwards because of the phone camera, but you get the idea. So there's my Dove Award. A couple plaques up there. I got like 10 plaques on the way. I'm trying to find space. I'll probably put like a couple here. Probably fill this whole wall up. Maybe one there. I'm gonna take this thing down and then just like fill that up with plaques. All right, so I got this control up here. Like I said, my phone's plugged in because it's charging, so I can't really go too far. The big knob, so I can switch between the Yamahas and the Adams, real simple. Up here, I have this custom shelf I put up with like my little sorry ass fucking Star Wars collection. Um, just a couple little trinkets and shit. Some of them exclusive. Like I got this like Stormtrooper here from this guy Patrick Wong, who did a one of one custom SP 1200 Beat Machine Stormtrooper. There's actual discs that you can like put in here. It's kind of dope. It's tight. I got another custom Stormtrooper over here on this writer. This is the writer's desk. So this is where like people can write. Here's another custom Stormtrooper. So yeah, if you get a global zoomed out image, this is like a writer's desk. For writers that come in here and want to write, they have a desk that they can write shit on. It's kind of cool. I got the ill rug. This is a couple Grammy nomination plaques. Let's see if I can zoom in. Yeah. Those are Grammy nomination plaques for Drake and J. Cole that I got from I want to say 2015. Yeah, 2015. But I got a couple more coming next year. I got a couple more Grammy nominations. Hopefully we win this year. We'll see. My dad's guitar is back there too. It's my dad. Rest in peace. This is cool. Shout to Institute of Audio Research. So I know you can't really see that, but I had the high honor of speaking to the final graduating class at Institute of Audio Research in New York City, and they awarded me with the Outstanding Achievement Award presented to Illmind. I know that's hard to read, but see Institute of Audio Research, December 18th, 2017. So thank you, IAR. Shout to you guys. It was an honor and pleasure for me to speak to you guys, the graduating class at the Institute of Audio Research in 2017. This is a moment I'll never forget. I'm actually releasing that footage on BLAP-KITS on my YouTube right here next week. So you guys will see the actual speech that I gave them on my YouTube. Kind of cool. Over here, I have a little sofa over here. This is my chair. Fuck you guys for telling me the chair looks uncomfortable. You never sat in my chair, so you don't know, motherfucker. I know it looks uncomfortable, but it looks lit. This is the most lit looking studio chair you'll ever see anyone have. All you motherfuckers have that same ass $1,000 fucking black ugly ass looking studio chair. And I know you say, oh, it's comfortable. You can sit in it for hours. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but it looks like shit, bro. Looks like shit. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little cushion right here. There's this like leather, like fucking cotton cushion joint, custom made for my chair. I'm going to put it right here. Silence all you haters. This shit is mad comfortable. Lit. You don't got a chair like that. I don't want to tell you how much that chair is. See, I don't spend my money on jewelry, guys. I spend it on like cool stuff that I like. Jewelry's overrated. But listen, do you. Do you. If you like that shit, do you, man. I'm not here judging anyone. Do your thing. Yeah, so that's like a mini tour I know I couldn't really do much, but I'll show you guys more stuff later. Um, ask away, guys. I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm gonna start getting into some beats. Let's see this. This whole week, I'm kind of back to. I'm back to just making just like dope hip hop shit. I'm kind of taking a break on the trap stuff. Just like shit that you need bars on. You feel me? Like you need stuff. You need bars. You need bars to spit on this shit. So that's kind of the stuff I'm doing right now. I'm not really fucking with trap as of right now. So I was just fucking around. No samples on anything. Bars, bars, bars. Listen, fuck all that like a million change ups and like this and this and this. Like the change up stuff is really, really amazing for certain genres of music, but like where my head is at for the next couple weeks at least is really just like straight just like murder shit. Like straight loops. No samples, but like I'm not going crazy on the change ups and overdoing, and like I'm not doing this for producers. I'm doing this to make amazing records with people that can spit. You know what I mean? Like that's my like it's all about the pocket. It's really all about the pocket. Listen, the real challenge is creating magic within 2 bars or 4 bars. Like if you can create a deep fucking emotional magical feel in a loop, then that's a lot more impressive to me than masking the production with tricks and a million change-ups. Like, fuck you for doing a million change-ups. Anyone can do a million change-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, your little fucking sweep side chain shit. Trust me, I love that stuff too, and I think that's cool for certain platforms and what you're trying to do. But yo, if you can make a fucking 2-bar loop or a 4-bar loop that speaks, that's hip-hop right there, man. No cheating. You know what I'm saying? And this is without vocals yet. You know what I mean? Like, no vocals yet. anytime I make beats like this, I always just imagine Jay-Z or Nas rapping over them. And so I insert their voice on the beat, and then I ask myself, is this song good? Like, is this song good with Jay-Z's voice on it? And that's what I've always done. Like, if Jay hopped on this shit, it would be fucking classic. Hove! Just say that before every beat. Hove! 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 Again, picture Jay-Z's voice. Hove! Simple shit, loop shit, rap shit, New York shit. New York shit. Do this shit in my sleep, man. This is my fucking lifeblood. Hove! All you gotta do is scream out Hove before any beat to know if it's good. Oh. Yo, my phone's about to die, bro. So I'm about to end this stream off soon and shit. Sorry. I might be back later after I get lunch. No, there's no samples in any of this shit. No samples. Hey. Oh! Bring it back. Yo, my motherfucking phone's about to die, bro. Oh. Man, it's that New York shit, that New York pocket, man. Don't even know, bro. Frank Dukes. Hove featuring J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Oh! Play this for Cole. You know what I mean? Shit is fun, man. Alright, before I go, you want to just do this? You want to do this shit? You know I love this shit too. Is this what you want to? Two different extremes, man. I love that shit. You can just keep going. Fucking easy, man. This is just too easy. I'm gonna keep going till my phone run out. Fuck it. Alright, man, I'm gonna go grab some lunch, man. There's a fucking blizzard out there. Shout out to all you guys out there doing your thing, man. Shout out to all my producers out there. Um, let us see your hairline. There you go. There's my hair. There's my hair. Should have took a screenshot so you can blow it up and hang it up on your wall. I'm out. Much major love to you guys, man. Thank you for joining me today. I might be back later. I don't know. My phone is bugging out. I don't know why it won't charge. It's on like 10%, so that shit's about to die. But shout out to all you guys, man. Be safe out there. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna be doing this a lot more. I'll probably do more like me making beats, so you guys can actually sit there and like watch me make beats and shit. You know, stuff like that. Or if I'm like in a session or whatever, give you guys a little sneak peek. But shout out to all you guys, man. Fuck with you. I might be back later, but if not, I'll see you at the next stream. I'm out.